This is the Business Leadership Series Minute with your host, the best-selling author of Don't Buy a Duck and founder of MarketingStrategyHero.com, Derek Champagne.
You've got a really cool story. Our listeners love to hear from entrepreneurs and from people that have interesting stories and how they've found success over the years. Take us back in your journey a little bit and hit some highlights that are notable to you about how you got to where you are today.
Well, it actually began, and I think was spurred on because I grew up out in the country. Our family didn't have any money. Nobody had any money. There may be 200 people who lived in the little, I guess you have to call it a village. And we were on a 4 by 5 mile lake. So I grew up out in nature, playing on the beach, the dock, fishing with a cane pole, literally in worms. And at 4, I got my parents to give me a pup tent. That's what I wanted for my birthday. And in our yard, we had a tangerine tree, and my grandmother lived with us. So one day I said, Grandma, let's squeeze the tangerine juice. I'm going to sell it. So we squeezed it all day long and put it in egg cartons because it was the only thing we had. And then I set up my pup tent where the high school kids got off the bus because I figured out that they had jobs and they could pay me some money. And Lucy had nothing on me. She was selling her psychiatric help for a nickel, but I was selling my tangerine juice for a dime. I said, no nickel for me. I want the dime. I'm sure they threw it out because it was just sitting, all day in these little egg cartons. I'm sure nobody drank it, But that was, you look back and you go, there I was at 4, playing Mr. Entrepreneur. At 7, my dad had 100 acres and did peanuts. Now, it's the South, folks. So if you don't live in the South, it may have no meaning to you at all. But in the South, we boil peanuts with salt, and it's called boiled peanuts, and we love to eat them. And I love to eat boiled peanuts. Every time I'm back in Florida, I'm getting myself some boiled peanuts. And so I went around a dime. I sold my boiled peanuts in the morning, and I went back in the afternoon. I sold them to the same people again. So that tells you how much people like boiled peanuts in the South. I got my 20 cents out of my customers a day. And then by 9, I had a lawn mowing business because remember, we didn't have any money. So at 8, my parents gave me an allowance. They thought it was a lot of money, actually. And they gave me, I don't know, I guess I was stuck on the dime thing. They gave me a dime a week. And I had to mow an acre and wash 2 cars and take out the garbage and a whole bunch of other stuff. So I felt like I was kind of an indentured servant, but I couldn't get out of the deal because I needed a place to sleep and eat, right? And I couldn't take care of that at 9. So I went to all the neighbors and they gave me $1 to $5. So that gives you a comparison right there. And I mowed everybody's lawn in town that would let me mow their lawn and pay me. So I think I came by this honestly, but at 5, I said, I'm tired of living like this already. So I'd figured out from watching television, there were people living in nicer homes than we had, and there were people who apparently had more money than we had. And I decided I'm going to grow up and be a millionaire. And by the time I was 25, I was.
To hear full episodes of the Business Leadership Series, visit blsnow.net.